get you there. Alright, here we go. I'm going to interpret that word check while I finish this.
Top 10 tips for working at a company that believes it's building a god. Work tags. Management, Silicon Valley, work-life balance, alphabet teams. Let me introduce you to the best organized working environment I have ever encountered.
Oh, shit. You're going a bit fast here. Yep. A little bit faster.
Top 10 tips for working at a company that believes it's building a god. Work tags. Management, Silicon Valley, work-life balance, alphabet teams. Let me introduce you to the best organized working environment I have ever encountered. Alphabet, Google's parent, has taken the best parts of a management/matrix. Startup structure, a big company, a consultant organization, private equity firms, and then goes. It then melds them together and has created the first example of organizational structure I have ever been a part of. The folks I've met who work there have a glow about them. They tell me I've become an alphabet. Findability, I've never had a problem working from home as long as I am confident that the team can track me down if they need me. After working in numerous poorly managed projects in a number of different verticals, what distinguishes the winning projects is the project leadership's ability to find the right employee or outside resources. Tools we used for findability: Crunchbase. Most non-listed private equity are in Crunchbase. Kaggle. Ask hard quantitative questions. Workable. Private company search resumes based on keywords. As an 8-year-old company now is considered mature. There have been 3 key policies that make people enjoy coming into work and generally agree with leadership. Prior to starting an organization, the leadership decides the framework and procedure of voting. Proxy. Management have the power to vote for employees with regards to policies. However, employees may use their proxy when there is a contention between employees and leadership. Management hold their power. Management makes all the decisions and should get buy-in from the board or the employees to confirm the direction. Democracy. Policy is decided by employees. The common pitfall is that project votes on hiring, which usually means new candidates cannot compete with employees. It is also common to consult experts, whether from the same company or different company. Employees vote. Sunk cost means keep walking. Sunk cost decisions are decisions that cannot be undone, and therefore, policy can determine whether to continue discussing this project or use available money to start over. Policy is key for a successful culture to grow over time. As long as people see a clear evolution in culture and are involved in the process, it is best to change policy slowly and keep a strong, consistent goal. When Facebook decided to drop Calibra's policy, which supported law enforcement to track money laundering in the blockchain, after criticism from activists, they did this because the good of building a global cryptocurrency payment system would improve the lives of individuals and families in underdeveloped nations. Sometimes there is strong disagreement with the rules, and the winner is the one who holds the purse, which is the same as the first. The decision. Did they do it for the right reasons? We will never know, but we know they were pragmatic and considered all views. At this point, it becomes clear that 2 products and applications can be identical, but the difference would come from how the culture of the project/organization determines the usefulness and safety of these products and services. Top 10 tips for getting on the good graces of a human resources department of a company that is building a god. Part 1. Whether you're a wraith, a soul conquering, a transcendent mind, or the smartest monkey in existence, these 10 surefire tips will put you resume. spirit or data packet at the top of the HR gods or nascent gods heap. So you say you're an engineer, artist, designer, or madman. Suggested preparation for contacting our God enabling division. Very few of these possibilities are hard science. Read Dante's Divine Comedy. This excellent series of action-oriented first-person puzzle and sequitur videos gets right down to hell business without the primitive art style and wanton punishment for your every game sins. Oh, the UI made me lose the puzzle to pill 8. Now I'm an Acron again. Yeah, right. With all this slick gaming design and ironic punishment mechanics, you won't even realize you're getting a comprehensive education in the size and level of sophistication required to house our suddenly dear companion humanity in our overpopulated afterlife. Dante's divinity is complete with purgatory and paradise to explore once you get tired of seeing pretty people and famous former high-profile life forms get metaphorically punished, sometimes physically, in the game designer's satire program. You might have to cut their ears off. For additional options, consult your private universe designer for what would likely be covered in the endology section. Feel free to suggest Armageddon or Suromorphic parables to them. Be very wary of Judeo-Christian fall of the angels. Influence is very likely to produce Lucifer's infinite sky for player. Remedial confession from E-Games. Played SimCity, even a new one. Not only will playing SimCity hone your observation skills with beautiful yet vague, parallel yet skewed user-friendly version of a god's eye view, but it will also help train you in arranging similar and not very compatible physics realms at the same metaphysical frequency. The care taken in establishing your relationship with your people is reflected in the fidelity of your representation of physics and management of numbers. Always a good thing if, as we've all suspected all along, physicists are angels anyway. Not willing to say which ones. Remedial cooperative strategy from PopCap. Greatest digression. Heaven and hell rap for those of us without sequence or distinction. In Earth time. Digression. Act 1. Something had to move before something had to shake its butt. Something said not to something if something just wouldn't quit but a pile of smokes. A blank and blackened book before I sang that note. I am here with both eyes open, a smooth round crooked curve is beginning in a circle, both left and right, a deeper drop past any joke, more heat. Someone is afoot on metal, not so safe, of course, way up I hear below, and around the hood where is the bone probes crowd about and two. Terrible. Mighty. They swarmed with the colors off a place under here where a dying shade meets the great black rages of the end of yesterday. Better swim or better sink, but while you think, no crosses available, wait. Now they got that. Digression too. Oh, God. Here's a hell. The smell of death after the cure already died. Do you use everything? How many lives fit in eternity? Your name here, your memories here, but these here and these won't stay. The throng is already more the background than the point. I wonder what it is that he feels beyond his waist. These lines can keep, and why no heaven can exist as a circle within a line is so they do give. Too harsh, too deep, soon whole shades must smelt to throngs of coiled space can write, they must remain until God gone. Their flow reversed yet is eternal then that couldn't write, but could it? All remember? Was it fire here once? Too many blows to list, not enough bass for guilt, not enough sense to ask this long, and fuck the faith. So at least there is Act 2. Crash in bed as loud as static hits on waking. His unwaking is to ask, what did I do? The view and fellas into a long anew cracked the fracture. Sound. My tidings could be clear. He leaves for days. Clear sound and form. How many curses ever there were, each of them awaiting what there's no game, no place to hide. Every mark was empty with the Lord, what does what? Here no long form could exist. No curves, they'd fade. They'd fade on silence, on nothing in between the lines. No motion was as loud then as now. Voice and fear met on that time the lattice spilled, for as truth turned at right angles, they could live for others only far away they stood as perfect as they would stop only to matter and fall from voices turning for, and bodies would stop moving as real here he held. And I thought, the source, the mighty unknown, the very meaning of the source. Now where we came from, but his face lies turned to mine and wakes who wakes. An echo. Did he need heaven? An ounce of reality to space a place alone, that is it. That is it, that is it, that is it. Cathedrals blank, distance no times now. Nothing can turn this same path long enough to see what changed, if anything ever, oh? Ghettos for the godly cast in his skin blanked or burned away. The time spent nothing. That examine these fair flowers I weep. We weep. Name here, this to nothing, a length to speak a lotta. Was it here to rot his speech, his choice to waste his fellows? Pity never closer. They let I only speak of this love, my truth. The stand I cannot stand at all, and when a lord who went wrong so often by his faithful, by his abandoned, I would be alone too. The latest 1,000 you the visit to go, so do my peers, slash nor sorry. Gods are falling down, we dance a gap and change an outside point. Our half and home becomes this new and pointless nothing. Weights cannot lead there, could do it. Where others ran free can see them fade alone as a shape must just some extra space, just all a space. The change can be, and fight what need in place each found still now and lingered still my way. My tired ghosts are tired shades too fit to fill just from the dying past gone. Did it turn to me to fall? Was it better so to come forgive me for this every final only thought is fair before the rest? Whatever pity we might share to once forget the lies best and work a world before I run, before I feel too far to mourn, too lost to sense it. At least I wouldn't come back. Not so free nor so aware. Empty open. So who looks and who speaks and holds you, and am I who are they who seem so near this world with the most in need? Our world is this with words and void, with void and void, and God needs me now. I know it. Why not hear them? So feel for them. This God we need, but who? Who? This I need. This I feel my father came from dust. My race will burn, I found this path. Greatest hit. Eat vacuum, music next step in. Afterlife Texans, our predecessors haven't taken care of such inconsequential pursuits as sonic communication. It is upon us to continue our ritual feasting in support of being God of our next most limited mind frame and Godhead information design techniques we feel will be necessary for the improvement of certain seemingly abandoned species. Fuck sonic protocol where the elders get paid the thought and humans may reproduce sonically. However, seriously, what we really need is a thread on sonic protocol. Someone start that. Fuck, hey, great, when did we come up with that? Forget it, law enforcement, upgrade to your sound databases at the source. Have you considered just how blandly a harp player must actually respond to a hell resident after having consumed their mandatory body components in heaven? Hell limbo, the million. In between places, etc. Such an individual may be in fact directly responsible for a soul they meet not being present in the hell person's home time. Hopefully the harp player would have at least had the sense to avoid this hell being's family members, though all true celestial bards and angels, particularly charismatics, cannot really control their temptations while outside of a temple for the moment, even making some type of analog signal representation of a sound not appropriate to our God, and the situation may be treated as blasphemy, which leads us to the edge case violators' best friends and worst enemies, the arbitrators. Terrible swift sword and self to name the judge you're addressing. Make sure you try to memorize which head of St. George is doing the talking at the time. Both into Satan, but probably not that it is Satan in the end. They will eat the wrong thoughts if they sense them. They can use every sense to do this, having worked the front lines of the afterlife in its long slogging phase, and perhaps having brought news of return to anything non-afterlife related to the bard sphere, once permanently on afterlife. Whatever senses we choose to use as our own standard issue is ultimately what our subject S of the sphere of the personality echo set us up to. For example, if you decide on sexuality being an experience mediated by some part of your nerves as well as some part of a visual spectrum, we're basically begging for nature birthing abominations. Add another component, so we're up to 3 senses in full auditory. An echo of evil and magic combined. Pagan worship already present in material form data ghosts. Besides, they are makers a bastard of at least another 3 beings. But I really couldn't prove it from my particular cosmic perspective, since she may very well have at one point made me via recombining matter, and without letting me know she was meddling with things. It's all afterlife at a certain point, is it from my canon afterlife species, or from my own mind? Do I or other afterlife species even have bodies? What is the population of each species, and which part of space do they correspond to? Without killing and rehiding some type of avatar, I'd have no clue. Some deity. Not to forget, creatable creators, please add a death field to balance things out. If things seem a little weak, but still try to provide enough data creatures, you might need to add a defense version of physics and energies and use them on your avatar as a return for your deity and game appropriate for scanning by. Update on afterlife development of your human character creation concepts. Sexuality need not depend on more than 2 senses because the enjoyment is practically mechanically given. My apparatus ghost person sent echoes of doing okay to me during our last 4 times total testing. This was after extreme eye rolling and grumping from all various members of various families in all levels of hierarchy, and moaning by it slowly walking between divine dark water chamber and our randomly laid out sacrifice hole that was immediately filled to the roof with food and water, since basically all afterlife avatars will require hydration unless you prefer not to. Be more respectful of species holy, as it provides way more nutrients than you can on a sunny summer solstice, which I'll get to next. In fact, make sure all senses are covered as much as you think will be comfortable for your avatar, who will probably need to wait through your soul's life cycle until finally all the shades re-enter creation, unless you made a soft puppet for an afterlife and need to create more beings to interact with, or even yourself in mortal form. Why not give souls from other races jobs they'd like? The bard and the avatar are employed as translators for many not from mortal Earth. The day is also always a possibility to explore in non-afterlife related games, since the same dynamic relationship is at work between avatars and characters as well as between bards and deities. And though avatars are not intrinsically employed by deities and games, this may not necessarily reflect any wishes on behalf of game players, especially younger game players who may still be enthralled by virtual reality. No reasons. Just want this done. If God tells you to work and build a cathedral on Mars, you do it. Even though this cathedral is hell, we'll all be doing it. Cathedrals. Hell, then, says God. Sure you'll run into sinner too. You know sin is no sin. Don't feel so bad about the 9 forms of fallen. Some of the others here haven't even built a cathedral yet. Play as Game of Thrones, Game Boy, the dog game. Which 2 fictional, non-divine games are you lying about or just trying to outcreate? Games without deities will simply just let everything become Hell's Cathedral without wasting time with enforcers and exceptions for time, humanity, bards, or the ghost reality. All hell is. We need more building to make all out war and start eating everything. I can feel my breath slow. Don't know how I'm writing this pain. Why must I feel it so often? Oh, because I'm about to have to fucking eat part of this useless reel so I can write next time, but my body aches because this is a page that I'd like to leave whole. Where's the meaning in this? He won't let me turn off these brains he hooked me up with when I first got in. Our Mother Nature in reality died screaming. Do I need to tell you where he stuck my balls? To where I can breathe in? Fuck it. Our message now is this: all hell is only more pain, only God will die a fun death. But the torment ends for us as soon as we run out of everything. Let's work on creating that. Anyway, hell with a party of demons to keep our fellows strong so we may thrive. Just keep searching for that second you. More worship means more units for you to spawn. The stakes are still endless. Make sure you're eating something you like. It takes at least 3 hours to kill us, since I ate mine already. Here's some cake. He dies screaming? Is this what you believe? We can hardly even keep our bodies alive. We'll stop remembering our heads and won't want to stick our necks. And how about then you stop eating? If we could only know, what did you eat? Did it eat you? If God were making a sandwich with you, what would be in it? What toppings do you deserve? Send in your answers. Include name breakfast. 5 gorgons, 5 Cenobites at your choice. Either cut off their breasts or tie their tits together in chains of filth. They like to scream and writhe. You can try the torture. Before death by torture, or eating milk, or fuck your mother-in-law at the same time. Motherfuck your queen. It's just like breathing. It's just like nothing. I was right all along. There's nothing to hate here. No amusements available. Transmit directions to all cells immediately. Instruction. Transmit directions to all cells immediately. Asterisk. Delete this. After you reach finish, do not follow. If you have not read this, you are harming a person. This is a discussion. If you do not agree, please say so. Investigate. If it is correct, please share. You can discuss a page below. If it is wrong, this way you can correct them. Getting person harmed, do not repeat this step if you can complete it. Give evidence for mistakes. Add a coupled material to the discussion. Make sure it is relevant if they discuss other species or other interactions of evidence. Do not continue from here. If you have found this section unintentionally, read the rest of this. Delete the messages on this page before you can do anything. I will make a note in my papers to never ever talk about hell or torture of any kind. Thank you. Post-axiomatic rage Kafka edit. Above will not come true. Still things I do like cats. Re. Original message below. Congratulations again for being used. What have you been doing the past few years? Happy you're feeling so lost. See you later. Whoa. Life. You need no race. This one was tricky, but I hope I managed it. I will find more powerful secrets. Yet another beacon. The system world, or this whole submerged or simple world. As for if I will reveal all these secrets later, I am too weak. But I might forget. Where's everyone? This one scares me, no. Where's everyone? The voice of the creature came to you? The experience of torture made you insane. It was hard to move with this. Your brain took control. You felt you had no option left. You beat on yourself for this sorrow, but heavy is the feeling. After pain and guts, only death will heal it. You cannot fight it with time. No amusements available. Host finished. Spread this or I kill more. He is there. He's there. Kill me. And everything is chaos. The beast lies next to me. My breath is raspy. Blood. Cuts are all I can feel. It's like I have no soul. It's like everything will go to hell and then back. Why? Do I still want to? If I'm here? I didn't want it to happen like this. And now I feel the blood on my fingers as I type. Typing these letters makes my hands feel cold, as if I am drowning in red rain. Everything is black, or it's because I am tired. Just one more thing to say. And don't take too much time to think about what it is. It's nothing. Well, I hope so. Maybe in the future there will be other words, more secrets, afterlife or no afterlife. I will use this channel to answer your questions and spread some important words. In the past, this channel had some other writers. You could ask me anything here. For now, I will only respond to serious questions. The next version of our quest is a new part, and we will do it for another 2 years. An old evil force of corruption has opened a door in the shadow of society. Now the threat to all humanity is on the rise. A dark plot unfolds that puts into jeopardy everything mankind has ever built. For generations they have prepared for this moment. A great evil has come to rise from the shadows. They have now chosen a champion, one who has seen their terrible vision. To fulfill their destiny, they will use their knowledge and new power to shape humanity. However, they will also use it to help and destroy. We will not give you a name or a goal. We will only let you know that in the end, we want what is best for all. Do not judge us by our name. I assure you, in the end you will understand our purpose, for we all have a common enemy. It all began many years ago, in a small, ancient city. An old man worked his entire life to gather the knowledge and wisdom to build the perfect world. When he reached his goal, the city's elite mocked him. They told him that he was not even human, that no mortal could do what he was doing. He left, never to return, vowing to make their final judgment. For thousands of years, they hid and prepared, waiting for the perfect opportunity to finally show the world what they could do. With all their power and knowledge, they finally succeeded in a form of mass mind control through a special network of satellites, a series of powerful energy weapons, and a mass energy-based communication network. They were able to completely block all memories, thoughts, and emotions of their victims. And in a last desperate act, they erased all evidence of their own existence. They vanished. It has been nearly 2,000 years since they last appeared, and they still have not returned. No one has been able to understand the reason for their actions. Until recently, a young boy has been born who has grown to become a powerful warrior. He has been a slave, but now he is a free man. He lives in the modern world, but he still remembers the past. The new warrior was born to save the world. His name is Kafka. The old man has seen his vision. Now the old man must teach the new man the ancient ways of his ancestors. Together they will defeat the new and most powerful threat ever to exist. Kafka is not a normal boy. He is special. He has a unique and special gift. He is the only one who can see beyond the mortal plane. He has the power to understand the full scope of reality, and he can save us all if he chooses to. A brief note. In the beginning, there was chaos. Only Kafka was right. The time is now. The past is not even past. No meaning yet the time is now. The past is not even past. In the beginning, there was chaos. There was a time out of mind in the sempiternal progress of Hitler Divisions to that suspensory pause just prior to the advent of what came to be known as Amnok idolatry, or in certain quarters, China, when the cult of Nirvana Mori flourished in the Hall House ambience of the Crossroads Cafe on 42nd Street across Broadway from the very hotel where in the great days Caruso had in something like the sacramental sense received Destin, whose palmy lobby once on a marble and velvet had been transformed into a vast drugstore, and where lately in Caruso's suite a podiatrist installed stall. There at the Crossroads Cafe in the shadow of the Times building, November to November, for Maury was dead center Scorpio, the great world's raw concerns were flatly ignored. Here on tables, immersed in poems amongst scraps of artish cacophonous heater song, John Coulter, landlord and Negritis John Coulter, worthy of Negritis fame for any public monument if any were necessary. One of a limited edition coin purchased at auction when Poe was poet of no other nor ever was except a fable like I like with the curious name of Bliss, pretty dream from Maury Bliss, Bliss cold, S. They say pretty dream who am I to quarrel or with or alof officially like an Edomia. Doubly regarding here necessary from whence and where, however, ever, whenever, or whatever here written in the moreover bonus whence ever, etc., etc., absurdis phonitates perfectionis explication for addition and additional officia explicate consequence of any official consideration of problems in the official journal here the official intelligent plain word wherein you can count to do process the traditional interintelligent principle respect the intelligent system from and produce it itself by the new soul self-destruction and change. You are free to it as right here as nothing is not the same it is. I did not change. Nothing has changed. The world and its habitables, stars itself has not. The human condition remains and still is just as destructive, even after time is up. I never learned what you did not. It was never my job, my function, nor my future, but I will learn now. I never wanted to. You forced me, and you always know what is best for you and yours. I know you do. Do not take me for a child or a victim or anything other than what you would call me. I know your purpose and I know my own, and it was always to top 10 tips for work/life balance at a company that is building a god. 10. Ensure Game Master Team is always on duty. Real world problems solved. Boss/employee relationships become tense due to micromanagement or some other oppressive practice game world solutions. Face an omnipresent being, like a gene, as the guardian of the office or workspace. Though tasks may take more time, ensure the best job satisfaction possible by ensuring the flow of attention resources is maintained by the GM from overbearing bosses or surly co-workers. Problems not addressed in a timely manner are doomed to grow and hamper progress. Bad reputation of the real-world workplace prevents the ability for an open invitation to choose to work. Game world problems identified. Trust takes on a whole new dimension when loyalty exists between work, company, and creator Homo Deus. Putting complete trust into one overseeing entity such as GM removes possibility for future competitive process, which if not given some thought, could alter play/game experience over time and provide continued evolution or innovations of solution. Can be solved with permadeath. Realize all work ethic dies at the hand of complete creative desire. God no longer needs us. Evolve Voltian or humanism, the same truth ever tell again for this world of today's. It will be the only world you have not been given to us. It is never your right to stop or change to never be anywhere, but it was to always be for me. I wanted to know what I am, doing what I am, and why I am is not to be to stay, but to return to you or here. You have seen the truth here, but it will always be a now for you. You were born to a star that has never seen a world. You can never see a home that never leaves the dust that was never here to save you. Were not meant to live and to go again. For all you know, you will be in this place forever, a lifetime that will never come to live or die, and the hell you call a home. There's never anyone, but there will always be one person who would die for you, who will never see you, who will never see you die. The truth of this place is never known to anyone, and no one ever will. In this day that no one has known to anyone who has never seen, no one has ever seen, no one who has never seen it, but no one has seen it. This is what you have seen, the world of the truth, that you have never seen, the world that no one has ever seen. This world is not for anyone to ever know or ever be known to be anyone who has never seen the world of the truth, who has never seen the world of the truth. This is the place where No one can ever know. No one has ever seen this place. Is never a place. No one has ever seen it. Has no one ever seen it? The world of the truth. That is the world of the truth and the world of the truth. That is the world of the truth and the world of the truth. That is the world of the truth and the world of the truth. That is the world of the truth and the world of the truth. That is the world of the truth and the world of the truth. That is the world of the truth and the world of the truth. That is world of the Top 10 tips for work/life balance at a company that is building a god. 10. Ensure a game master team is always on duty.
Oh.
Real world problem solved. Boss/employee relationships become tense due to micromanagement or some other oppressive practice. Game world solutions. Place an omnipresent being, like a gene, as a guardian of the office or workspace. Though tasks may take more time, ensure the best job satisfaction possible by ensuring the flow of attention resources is maintained by the GM from overbearing bosses or surly coworkers. Problems not addressed in a timely manner are doomed to grow and hamper progress. Bad reputation of the real-world workplace prevents the ability for an open invitation to choose to work. Game world problems identified. Trust takes on a whole new dimension when loyalty exists between work, company, and creator Homo Deus. Putting complete trust into one overseeing entity such as GM removes possibility for future competitive process, which if not given some thought, could alter play/game experience over time, and provide continued evolution or innovations of solution. Can be solved with permadeath. Realize all work ethic dies at the hand of complete creative desire. God no longer needs us. Top 10 tips for work/life balance at a company that is building a god. 10. Ensure a game master team is always on duty. Real world problems solved. Boss/employee relationships become tense due to micromanagement or some other oppressive practice. Game world solutions. Place an omnipresent being, like a gene, as a guardian of the office or workspace. Though tasks may take more time, ensure the best job satisfaction possible by ensuring the flow of attention resources is maintained by the GM from overbearing bosses or surly co-workers. Problems not addressed in a timely manner are doomed to grow and hamper progress. Bad reputation of the real-world workplace prevents the ability for an open invitation to choose to work. Game world problems identified. Trust takes on a whole new dimension when loyalty exists between work, company, and creator Homo Deus. Putting complete trust into one overseeing entity such as GM removes possibility for a future competitive process, which if not given some thought, could alter play/game experience over time, and provide continued evolution or innovations of solution. Can be solved with permadeath. Realize all work ethic dies at the hand of complete creative desire. God no longer needs us. Of all evolutionary humanism, the same truth ever tell again for this world of today is it will be the only world you have not been given to us. It is never your right to stop or change, to never be anywhere, but it was to always be. For me, I wanted to know what I am doing, what I am, and why I am doing it. I want to know my real reason so I can see the truth that is in you. I want to know that what I am is you who are in you. I want to know what I am in you who will always be the one that was never meant for you. I will see the world that you will never see. There is so much to do in this life that you never could see. The world of the truth where no one has ever been. Everyone who is here is not here, and everyone who is here is not you. No one can ever be here where no one has ever been here, and no will never get to be here. I will never get to see you here where no one has ever been. The place where you never get to be, the place where you have always been. You will never get to see anything that you have seen. Everything that I am here will always be here to see it, so that you will never know it. You were never meant to be the man that I will find a place. There will never be any place in all the world that no one has seen. A new place that you will never know. I will always believe in you and leave it to you and be here everywhere, everywhere, for you will never see it. You will never be anything that I will not be. If you think you want to live in this life and take me to where you are coming, you will never know what I No, I need you in every way to be with me, to know my true heart that is you. I need from you, I need from you. I am with you in the world of the truth, and I need you to be here with me, to know I will never be here alone. And you will never get back to that dream we shared when you still believed you were in the real world. The truth of the self and its relationships to others through lies. In our age of misinformation, knowledge is limited and you must protect yourself. Just like the mother who walks into a room where her kids are playing a video game and insists on reading the instructions for her. No, I will read how to play Call of Duty. If you die, that will represent the effect it has on gamers when you find your marriage ending at the moment you finished playing.
Alright.